What is up? It's AboveUp, and this is apparently happening. So, someone made a dating sim version of Resident Evil 4, and, well, we're just gonna see what's gonna happen. Let's go. "2004. I'll never forget it. It was the year when a stunningly handsome oh, wait, this is actually It was the year when a stunningly handsome man rescued me from a weird cult. Soon after I was kidnapped, the news was out to my father, then President of the United States, that it was the doing of a mysterious organization, Los Iluminados. The cult's influence spread first to a rural village in Spain, and it hit the peaceful little town with a devastating blow, crippling its very foundation. Taking an enormous chance, my father ordered a lone secret agent to infiltrate the cult's headquarters and rescue me. His intent, I assume, was to keep the whole affair from going public." Is this actually the right voice? "Leon, help!" Yeah, it's the right voice. "The mission was ultimately successful, but I can't say I walked away unscathed. I've learned since then that there is a price to pay for everything in this world. The price of my life? Nothing less than love." Chapter 1. Holding Out for a Hero. No way, fag. 12 years earlier. Wow, we're just going back and forth in time. Exams are done, thank goodness. Ugh, I can't believe I'm gonna make a C in government. I can just hear Daddy griping about it. Think of the headlines, Ashley. President's daughter can barely pass college government course. Administration's credibility in doubt. It's not that it was hard, just supremely dull. Politics is already tedious, and it didn't help that Professor Hollycock was so old and monotone. Where are all the young, hot teachers? That's what my generation needs. Maybe I could make my pet political project. I can't deal with this. Well, I guess I'll have plenty of time to think of a pitch while I'm driving back to DC. It's so stupid that I still can't fly back. Freaking terrorists ruin everything. I took a deep breath and exhaled slowly. Well, the rubber isn't going to burn itself. Plus, I don't want to run into that snobby bitch Jenna. All she does is gloat about her grades. I started walking to the resident hall parking lot when I spotted a flashy car parked at the curb. More surprisingly was the bulky man holding a sign with my name on it. "Excuse me, sir, but are you looking for me?" "I'm your, driver. Yes, I've come to take you away to where you're going." "A driver? Aw, that was sweet of Daddy to send me one. Nice car, too. Is it a Benz?" "Yes, it's a smooth ride. Now come with..." You know, I don't think I've ever seen you before. Honestly, you look a little more like a Marine than a driver, especially with the knife and, grenades. Drivers have to be prepared these days. You never know who might try to kidnap you. I guess that's true. Although you might want to work on your tact a little more. Chuckling suspiciously at the end of a sentence isn't a good way to instill confidence. I'll keep that in mind. Let's go then. I don't know. Maybe I should take my own car. No offense to you. Hey, I didn't catch your name. It's Closer. Closer, eh? Is that German or Austrian, maybe? You do remind me a little of Arnold Schwarzenegger, what with the muscles and the, scowl. Total Recall's one of my favorite movies. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I'm partial to Conan the Destroyer myself. This is ridiculous. Me too. So why don't you come with me so we can discuss our mutual interests? See, there you go again, pausing all suspiciously. I ought to go with you just to help you with your mannerisms. I have a lot of training in not seeming suspicious after all. I sounded really proud as I said that. I wasn't sure it was the kind of thing to be proud of. Yes, surely you are the one who can help me with my problem. Now let's go. He threw the paper aside with an exaggerated motion. What a maverick, littering right next to the garbage bin. I just don't know about this guy. Although, losing the board made his hand seem a little empty and a little grabby. I crossed my arms over my chest. Maybe we can rain check, Klauser. I really would prefer to drive myself back. I might make some pit stops, and all my CDs are in my car, so... God damn it, girl, just... Hey, is that Ashley? Ashley, you leaving already? Let's compare grades real quick. Memory glitch. Oh, it's Jenna. Fuck, we gotta get out of here. I looked to my left to see Jenna running her skank ass towards us fast as her absurd heels would let her. Christ on a cupcake, it's Jenna. Hurry, get in the car, Klauser. We'll talk about making some pit stops when we're on the road. Go, go. I leapt into the car without a moment's hesitation, and Klauser jumped into the driver's seat. Finally. Klauser, now's not the time for dubious chuckling. Let's go. Your wish is my command. As I got comfortable in the passenger seat, Klauser threw one of his grenades out of the window towards the approaching Jen. For a moment, I thought it was going to explode on Jenna, and I felt guilty that I wasn't all that worried about it actually hitting her. But it just seemed like a flash grenade. Not that I mind seeing Jenna cling to her eyes in fear and confusion, but are you trying to seem shady? I get enough media following me as is. Just having a little fun. We're not in an action movie, I grumbled. Although he certainly has tried to look the part. Maybe it's a dream. Or his, or something. I waved innocently to Jenna as Klauser sped off. Naturally, she continued to scream out in terror. I guess it is a little fun. I wonder if I should tell Klauser that the speed limit on campus is only 15 miles per hour. We'll be fine. I gazed out the window, watching the campus shrink away. So that's how Ashley got kidnapped. Wow. Wouldn't have taken Klauser for the Samba type. I wonder if he's gay. Not that there's, any correlation between the two, just getting a vibe. Still, I wish he'd say something. This awkward silence is killing me. I can just hear Dad now. Ashley, don't expect of others what you're unwilling to do yourself. I know. I need to be more assertive, and it's good to be able to connect with people different than me. But seriously, what do I say? So how much fun are steroids? That's gotta be something. I turned the music knob down a little and Klauser's eyes darted towards me. Definitely should avoid the steroid question. Hey, Klauser, don't tell my dad that I said Christ on a cupcake, okay? He's really picky about my language. I have to play the part of a dutiful daughter, Yeah, I'll just, take that as a my lips are sealed kind of thing. So, how'd you get that scar, if you don't mind me asking? Why so serious? Jeez. Right, I get it. We all want our mysteries. I bet women love that though, right? I mean, what girl can resist silence, scars, and muscles? Right? I'm gay. Oh, right. Of course. Sorry, I didn't mean to assume. It's a perfectly valid lifestyle. Commendable, really. God made me this way. Yeah, totally. Man, I so called that. So, yeah, this is probably gonna take a while, huh? This trip. If we're going 95, like we are now thinking maybe 5 hours? No, it won't. It won't? We'll be at the helipad in less than 5 minutes. Wow, so we're gonna fly after all. I knew Dad would pull through. Yikes. Honestly, I'm okay with him being gay. I shifted uncomfortably, not knowing what else to say. He turned the music back up and we drove in awkward silence for the next few minutes before arriving at the helipad. This game is going places, definitely. We stopped at a suspiciously empty and remote helipad. I had a sinking feeling in my gut that something was amiss. Hey, Klauser, I don't think this is an official US military helipad. How astute of you, and it's Krauser. Krauser? That's way more evil sounding. You tricked me, you dirty bastard! What's going on? We're kidnapping you, Ashley. I'm surprised you didn't catch on sooner. Very blonde of you. How could you do this to me, Krauser? I thought we trusted each other. I bet you're not even gay. It doesn't matter what I am. What matters is getting you safely to Lord Saddler. Lord Saddler? My god, what kind of political scandals am I getting wrapped up in this time? Enough talk. Can't have you chattering the whole way. With lightning reflexes, he shoved a needle into my arm. Before I had time to scream out, I felt my body collapsing from whatever drug the newly named Krauser had injected. This is not the direction that a dating sim should go in, I think. Like, at least I know Resident Evil 4 enough to know how that ends, but... Why this music? I awoke, disoriented. I weakly tried to move my arms, but they were restrained by something. Is that music I hear? Why does it seem so... jaunty? Save your energy, Ashley. You are my bitch now. I struggled to open my eyes and then wished I hadn't bothered. Is this that Lord Saddle man that Krauser mentioned? And did he just come from a gothic Ren fair or what? In just a moment, you will have a parasite shoved deep into your body as in a vaguely phallic way. Seriously, who says stuff like that and then guffaws? He's like some cartoon villain making a cameo on Cinemax. Don't try to struggle. It will only increase my pleasure. Soon you will be impregnated with our power. My god, it's just like Rosemary's Baby, and I hate that movie. Where am I? Spain, if you must know. Don't worry, you won't be here for long. You'll go as quickly and quietly as you came. Screw you! Who knows what the future holds? Now, my minion, inject her with the Los Plagas. Remember to put the needle in very slowly. Lord Saddler. God alive, he's even worse than the Saddle Man. At least he's moving into my periphery. Felt a prick at the nape of my neck, followed by something shooting into my bloodstream. Something slimy. I would have felt more revolted had I had the energy. A perfect penetration, minion. You shall be spared the acid bath tonight. Cerebros, cerebros, cerebros. Don't worry, you'll be eating someone out very soon. I could feel my already tenuous consciousness beginning to fade again. I struggled to stay awake, but it was in vain. I could only take comfort in the departure of those disgusting men's faces and their horrible innuendos, and that damn music. Oh man, this is maybe the best dating game that I've ever played. I woke some time ago to the loud chime of a bell. It seemed somewhat like a church bell. Given how close the sound was, I assumed I was in said church. I tried again and again in vain to open the door. I am really regretting not dating that locksmith who was flirting with me in political science. That's not exactly something I regret a lot. My neck, my hand reflexively rubbed the sore spot. I know it's not polite, but seriously, fuck that Saddle Man. I feel so violated and dirty right now. I dread to think of what else they plan to do to me. I don't even have a great sense of how long I've been here. Maybe a couple of days? Feels like years of my life simply vanished. Hopefully that's just spiritual. Overprotective as he is, Dad has surely noticed my disappearance by now. But even so, how is he supposed to know where I am? I could be dead long before they initiate any formal investigations. I can't. I have to try and stay hopeful. I began fidgeting with my scarf to distract myself. Hey, wait a second, I feel something. What the hell is this? Oh my god, it's a miniature tracking device embedded into the fabric? How in the world? Wait, where did I get this scarf from? Didn't my CIA ex-boyfriend Victor give me this scarf for my birthday last year? Victor, you creep! This is why I broke up with you. But wait a second, this is a tracking device. That means that something might know where I am. Someone might know where I am. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I have never been happier to have a stalker ex-boyfriend. Although, seriously, if I get out of here, he's dead. I began inspecting the device. Naturally, it looks like a cheaper model. Typical Victor. Probably a jury-rigged one he bought from a pawn shop. Still, these things usually beep red when they're active. Damn, I don't see anything. I wonder how long it's been busted. It'd be just my luck that it broke forever ago. Still, this is all that I have to hope for. So barely better than I had 5 minutes ago. I jumped upon hearing some movements in the church. Some more of those freaky-looking cultists, probably. Maybe they came to pray for Rogaine. The movement is different, though. It almost sounds like a chandelier rocking back and forth. Weird. Some kind of ritual, maybe? Considering my experience so far, that wouldn't really surprise me. Nonetheless, I'm terrified. It was quiet for a moment, then I heard the dry screech of a mechanism rising. Steps drew nearer, closing into my makeshift prison. Well, at least it's not the best transplaying it, otherwise she'd be stuck in here forever because, man, they struggled with that simple puzzle. I felt a tinge of fear and anticipation. My throat was dry. I huddled in the corner of the room, even though it probably wouldn't do anything against attackers. I should have taken those self-defense classes instead of Construction 101. When am I ever going to find a chance to use a bulldozer anyway? Damn it! I spotted a plank of wood on the ground next to me. Would it do anything? No. Would I feel better throwing it? Oh yes. The doorknob gave a creaky sigh as it began to turn. My heart raced. My eyes darted from the door to the plank. Now or never. Ashley! Don't come! I screamed. Yeah! I checked the plank I had been eyeing at the mystery man who entered. As expected, it did not slow his progress in the least. Hey, take it easy. How dare he tell me to take it easy? After what happened with Krauser, Ashley Graham is nobody's fool. No! Get away! I persisted and huddled against a barrel in fear. Calm down. Everything's going to be just fine. My name's Leon. I'm under President's order to rescue you. Dear God, I am so sorry about that time Wait, what? My father? I felt a surge of relief. Hooray, rescues. Hooray, Dad. Hooray, being stalked. Well, not so much the last one. My heartbeat began to slow a little, giving me a chance to examine my rescuer in full. That's right, and I have to get you out of here. Now come with me. Dun, 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 dun. As my eyes feasted on the Adonis in front of me, my vision became inexplicably clouded by bubbles and sparkles and general girliness. I relished every beautiful, manly drop. I had a million questions to ask him, but my tongue was dragging on the floor in the wake of his sexiness, so I just followed him instead. As soon as I was up, Leon pulled out what looked like an old walkie-talkie. Wow, I haven't seen one of those in a while. I thought those lines were notoriously easy to jack. Oh, I know, he's using it because no one would suspect a US agent to use such outdated tech. Genius! It's Leon. I've succeeded in extracting my subject. I love a man with a big vocabulary. Ah, he could extricate me anytime. Oh, wait, he already has. Where's the extraction point? Got it. On my way. I wanted to make conversation since I hadn't spoken to anyone who wasn't gross or Spanish for an indeterminate time, but he seemed busy? Breaking barrels? Oh boy. Maybe he's making sure there's no cultist spies hiding in barrels? No spies, huh? That's for the best. I really didn't want to think I had been peeped on by perverts this whole time. Still, I can appreciate a man who's thorough in his work. I thought he might ask me about my general state of health at least, but he moved briskly towards the door. Is he the tsundere type? I hope not. I always hate those. Whoa, the testosterone is palpable. But hey, any dude can open a door for a lady. It takes a real gentleman to open them in a way that reflects how badly she wants to exit that door. We ran down the snaking corridor and approached a ladder. Did someone carry me up this thing? That seems crazy, but par for the course, I guess. Before I could even look over the edge, Leon jumped to the ground below, landing in a confident thud. What a badass. He looked up at me and insisted, and my instinct was to pull down my skirt. He may be cute, but a woman must protect her dignity. Leon, you pervert. Plus, these lacy panties are kinda revealing. Can't show all my cards too soon. Leon continued to face the ladder. What? Does he want me to jump down too? You'd think he would say something. I guess we are in a hurry. Okay, Ashley, you can do this. Surely he'll catch me, right? I gathered my resolve and jumped off the ledge. Yeah! With my eyes closed, I could only sense my stomach sinking from the fall. In the next instant, I felt his strong arms catch me. Wow, maybe this isn't going to be so bad after all. Not wanting to seem like I enjoyed it too much, I jumped briskly from his grasp and fell behind him. Oh man, how great it would be if there was a platoon of equally hot Secret Service guys just waiting outside the church, ready to escort me out of this nightmare. Before we could even reach the door, a voice chimed in behind us. I'll take the girl. I've heard that voice before. That's the Saddle Bastard. Who are you? If you must know, my name is Otome Saddler, the master of this fine, religious community. Awesome Saddle? What a presumptuous name. Scientologist? What do you want? Damn, this man is UGLY. It was already bad when I was barely conscious, and HD clarity isn't any improvement. Like, looking at him is making me retroactively an atheist. To demonstrate to the whole world, United States, kidnap, send her back. I was so preoccupied with throwing mental daggers at his face that I didn't really pay close attention to what he was saying. Something about giving me their power? Oh yeah, the injection. I should probably say something. Leon, I think they shot something in my neck. What did you do to her? Gifts. Hell of a party. Loving father. Bargain. Donation. This ugly is some kind of filter over my hearing. It's all just blah blah blah. Sprinkled with a few keywords. Seriously, how does this man even exist in the same time-space as Leon? Faith in money will lead you nowhere, Saddler. I don't really know what the conversation is, but yeah, you tell him, Leon. I gave you the same gift. I was unconscious. My god, he looks fine from this angle. Wait, what? Same gift? Oh, Leon, no. We'll bond over this, I promise. Special contributions. My puppets. You'll do as I say. I'll have total control. Revolutionary. What's that about puppets? Never mind, I'm not gonna believe that he uses them to wank. I'm just gonna believe he uses them to wank off. I'm imagining that now. Stop. Sounds more like an alien invasion if you ask me. Not the best comeback, but with hair like that, who needs wit? Suddenly we were blocked from the exit by pale, ugly cultists. Freaking satellites. Not gonna lie, confident smirks of the what now bitch variety are undeniably sexy. Too bad it's on a face that not even Satan could love. Ooh la la, watch where you're throwing that side-eye, Leon. I might get the wrong idea. Leon grabbed me violently by the wrist as the men took aim. In that moment, I understood why romance heroes grab women by the wrist all the damn time. 'Cause it's hot. Shit, an arrow whirred right behind my ear, puncturing the stone wall instead of my brain. Fuck you, crossbow nerd. Leon pulled me to the end of the corridor, but all I could see was a glass window. Maybe he didn't know what to do after. Before I could even vocalize my surprise, we crashed through the window. I guess rural cults can't afford high-quality glass. As time slowed around us, I had the distinct sense that Krauser wasn't the only one who thought this was an action movie, but I admit, it was a pretty awesome way to kickstart a relationship. Stupidly, I tried to land on my feet instead of rolling like Leon did. To be fair, I wasn't really prepared for Die Hard-esque shenanigans. Ever a gentleman, Leon jumped to my aid in a flash. You okay? It wasn't the most romantic way to inquire, but I could feel the sincere concern in his voice. Amazingly, I was okay. Nothing broke from the impact, and I only suffered a few scrapes, which didn't even seem worth mentioning. My mind wasn't so content with just relishing the miracle of the fall, though. It turned grimly to the thought of the parasitic life form now playing house with my insides. I wanted to cry. Leon, what's going to happen to us? Don't worry. We got into this mess. We can't get out of it. I appreciated his use of we, as if it weren't simply his job to be here saving me, sweet and confident in the same package. Could he be any hotter? Focus, Ashley. Between the cultists and the parasite, this is hardly the time to... Aw, he's got a little dirt on his face. So cute. My heart swelled as Leon took hold of my arm, his grasp both tender and protective. How fitting that I would go to church to find my personal Jesus. Oh man, whoever made this thing, you're a genius. I just want to say that. Once we were both up, I huddled close to Leon's back. Definitely not the worst view a girl could have. Looking around, it seemed like we had landed in some external storage. There was a little room aside from the bags and barrels, but I didn't imagine we'd loiter long. But Leon had other plans. Yep. Gotta destroy the barrels. Is this some kind of hobby of his? Or maybe barrels killed his parents and now he's sworn to destroy all barrel kind? Oh, I hadn't noticed it before I was salivating over Leon, but ammo and gold coins seem to be lying at the bottom of the barrels. Spanish gold does not usually come in little treasure boxes. You don't say. Leon grabbed the goods and shoved them into his pockets. I guess that explains his obsessive interest in barrels. Who keeps that stuff in barrels in such sparse quantities? Is it some kind of rural treasure hunt looking for bullets and pocket change down at the local church? Spain is weird. You know what's also weird? That we're not being shot full of arrows. I looked back at the shattered window, but the satellites had more than enough time to follow us. We're only a few feet down and would make for pathetically easy targets, and yet nothing. Does their cult Bible prohibit them from looking out of windows? Were they having a synergy meeting? Are they just squeamish about broken glass? I shrugged my questions aside, knowing there was probably no answers, and if there were, they were probably not worth knowing. I looked back at Leon, who finally seemed satisfied that he had fully raided the church provisions. We hustled over to the door and made our way outside. Oh yeah, the church. As we ran to the... We're on our way to the merchant! Oh, fuck yes. As we ran to the front of the church building, rain ripping ominously around us, we encountered what looked to be an angry mob of villagers. They were just groaning at first as they ambled towards the church. Then a few of them started to shout. Un forastero! Ahí está! I don't speak Spanish, I just kinda remember the voice clips from the villagers from playing this game too much. Oh no, Oh no, Ashley, you don't want to learn Spanish. That's the language of illegal immigrants. Learn something proud, like German. Real great advice now, Dad. I hope they might just be here to fight the man for raising taxes or stealing their chickens. But them lunging towards us in blind, shambling rage squashed that idea pretty fast. Leon coolly stood his ground, gun drawn. Wanting to seem useful, I quickly scanned the environment. I spotted some barrels sitting on a cart.
Leon! Shoot those barrels on that wagon!
Without a word, Leon shot the barrels. I'm surprised he took my advice so readily. What a gentleman. I mean, yeah, he clearly loves destroying barrels anyway, but I'll pretend I had something to do with it. Perhaps the most surprising was that the barrel spontaneously combusted, causing the wagon to roll towards the villagers like some kind of blazing poverty chariot. Oh my god, this is so good. I'm not sure why anyone would just keep explosive barrels in a graveyard, but I suppose I should just count my blessings. With the villagers crushed and or combusted by their own flaming paddy wagon, we took the opportunity to run past. Between the darkness and the driving rain, I could barely see the path, but Leon seemed to know where he was going, so I just followed closely. As a bolt of lightning tore across the sky, I realized that I was looking at a graveyard. That's not ominous at all. One might say it's sacrilege to kill the faithful in such a hallowed place, but it's even greater sacrilege to think, well, at least you won't have to drag the bodies far. Having escaped the crazy villagers, we jogged leisurely down a narrow forest path and eventually entered what looked like a shed. Oh, it's time. There was no way forward. We could only descend the ladder in front of us. Oh yeah, I felt apprehensive about what horrors might be waiting. But with Leon climbing down without so much as a disclaimer, I trusted we would be okay. Oh boy, it's time. Oh, there's going to be a comment about him opening his jacket, isn't there? There has to be. The ladder took us into a dark cavern, presumably built to connect disparate parts of the village. We moved briskly down the tight path and soon found ourselves in front of a rusty door. Leon boldly kicked the door open. I like a man who doesn't let a small thing like discretion hold him back. The first thing that caught my eyes was the dazzling blue flames perched atop two torches. It struck me as oddly comforting. Maybe that's why I was able to resist the urge to scream upon seeing the second thing. Who is this guy, I wonder? Another secret agent or just a run-of-the-mill small-town gun nut going through a man cave phase? Why am I seeing bubbles and sparkles again? This is not the time, hormones! Whoa, why is my eye moving? Why is my eye moving this way? Is it the parasite giving me superpowers? That's a little dirty. Well organized, though. That's good. Conclusion may be romanceable. More details required. Why am I so weird? Leon approached the man casually, so I assumed they were working together in some capacity. The more the merrier, I guess. He's not as romanceable looking as Leon, but a girl in peril has to keep her options open.
Welcome.
Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. What are you buying, stranger? Come back anytime. Oh, not the accent I was expecting, but in a good way. Australian, maybe? I'm all about the thunder down under. Did I really just think that? While I questioned my moral credibility, Leon started looking through the man's inventory.
What are you buying? Thank you. Is that all, stranger? What are you selling?
Ah, I'll buy that at a high price. The merchant quipped enthusiastically as Leon stoically perused his wares. Maybe it's part of Leon's safety protocols to avoid conversation where possible.
Ah, I'll buy it at a high price.
The merchant man seemed pretty excited about some jewels Leon showed him. Whoa, is that a bejeweled beer stein? Why does that exist? And where can I get one? Still, I can't believe they're making Leon break barrels and pilfer valuables just to obtain supplies. Either my rescue is a low-budget affair, or our relationship with Spain is more tenuous than I realized.
Come back any time.
Finished with shopping, Leon resumed jogging down the tunnel. I thought I should wave to the merchant man, but I didn't want to mistakenly initiate another romance just yet. We ran further into the tunnel and stopped abruptly in front of a shallow puddle. Leon drew his gun and took aim. I wonder what that was for. Testing the water for traps, maybe? Oh, I know. The particularly malnourished cultist can blend in with puddles. I got you figured out, Sadie. Whatever the reason, Leon swept right past the flame like a man on a mission, which he was, of course. But what I really mean is that he hurried over to a box tucked in a nook in the wall. As if by instinct, he drew his knife. Because what is a box if not a barrel disguised as a rectangle? Aw, he missed, but hey, a little imperfection makes him even more handsome. Success! Well, as much as chopping open an immobile box can be considered success, I won't rain on this parade. Leon hastily retrieved the ammunition lying so conspicuously in the box's remains. Whoever planned this operation was weirdly fastidious, but whatever gets my ass out of here. We ran through the remaining tunnel and climbed some stairs, to another ladder leading upwards. I huddled close to Leon again as he approached the door to the next room. I gotta remember to invite Leon to some parties, specifically parties that feature both Jenna and doors. The room was empty, of course, although someone obviously lived here, but with a dining table and the wood-burning stove. Some oddity of the room was the large typewriter stationed on the dining table. At first I thought maybe the owner had a fondness for antiques. Then it occurred to me that maybe the person couldn't afford better tools. This area was painfully rural, after all. The thought saddened me. While I was chewing on a bit of first-world guilt, Leon started typing away. Baffled, I looked over his shoulder. Perhaps he has Hemingway aspirations. Would explain the terseness. As it happens, he was simply typing a record of his time and location. He also mentioned the word round and mode, which didn't make any sense to me. I guess he was using the typewriter to let someone know his progress? Again, I couldn't tell if the orchestrator of this operation was extremely crafty or just plain eccentric. Probably the latter. After all, what better way to fight crazy than with better funded crazy? And yet, Leon chops boxes like his life depends on it. Lord help us if the man ever applies his diligence to something truly destructive, like extreme couponing. You know, it was one thing when the box is replaced in a conspicuous nook, but it felt so wrong to see the boxes destroyed in people's homes. I mean, what if that box was the owner's last memory of their grandpa or something? For what it was worth, they are crazy cultists. We're lucky that the box didn't actually contain grandpa. Well, wood under the stove now, I guess. I took a deep breath in preparation for what awaited us on the other side of the door. I guess that's a good time to actually save. Yeah, let's save everywhere. And that's it for now. I might continue this at a later date because this is kind of funny and I have no idea how long it is. Anyway, this was AboveUp and yeah, see ya.